Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about ifs. Now you might have come across the if function. The ifs function with an S is slightly more up to date, and actually I'm getting used to it. When it first came in I wasn't so sure, but now I like it. We are doing our next month, we're doing a June online Excel surgery on if function. So if you want to know more, I'll put a link in the comments and you can sign up for the surgery. We're doing monthly surgeries to help people with their Excel skills. Anyway, let's get started on this. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got some people and we want to find out if they've passed or failed the test. Now, I've outlined the criteria here. So if the mark they get is greater or equal to 60, they pass. If the mark is less than 60, they fail. So let's have a go at this one. So we're going to click in C4 and where the formula is going to go. We're going to go up the top of the screen to the formulas tab. I'm going to choose logical, that's the one with the purple question mark, and I'm going to choose ifs. Now you can type this in, most of the time I do, but when I'm first getting started with people, normally encourage them to use the wizard, as there's not so much worrying about where the commas are, putting text in quotes, that's the kind of thing, because Excel will do it for you. So we're going to use the wizard today. So what we want to say is the pass mark greater or equal to 60? So the pass mark is, for Susan, is in B4, so we're going to say B4. And then we're going to put the greater than or equals in. Now, I've done a little reminder for you here. If I just mark that on the screen, so if you can't remember what the symbols look like, just a little reminder. So we're saying greater than or equal to, and then we're going to say 60. So that's my first question. Think about an if, should have a question, an answer. So the answer to that question, if that question is true, is going to be pass. Okay. So now I've got the answer in, I'm going to go and ask the next question. And I don't know if you noticed, this is one advantage of the wizard, is when I clicked away from the word pass, it put the word pass in quotation marks. And this is what, if you typed it normally, you'd have to type them in, because Excel needs to know the difference between text and figures in a formula. That's why we use the quotation marks. Fortunately, with the wizard, we don't need to put them in. So now we want to ask the second question. We know that B4 isn't greater than, if it's not greater than 60, we want to say, is B4 less than 60? And one of those questions, either the greater than or the less one, must have an equals, because obviously the person who got exactly 60 needs to be included with the if. Okay, so now we need the answer to this question. So this is going to be foul. Okay, so I'm just going to spell that right. And when I click away into the next box, it puts the quotation marks in for me. So we're saying if the B4 is greater than equals to 60, they pass. If B4 is less than 60, they fail. I don't need another question. I've got all my questions in. All I do is choose OK. And there we go. So the first one, she's got 72, so she's passed. And if I drag that formula down, you'll see it will change. Now, let's test this out. It's always a good idea when you've done an ifs to test it out. So let's have a look at Jane. She's got 51. Let's say she got 60, exactly 60. Now, of course, because we made the criteria greater than or equals, it's changed it to pass. Let's say Jane only got 59 though, and it's gone back down to a foul. So always a good idea when you're doing this, test it just to make sure it works properly. And the other thing I suggest to people is just write out the logic of it. So maybe write out the question, then the answer, the next question and the answer. And that way you know you've not missed out any parts and that you've got the logic. You just need to put it into Excel and make Excel understand it. So hopefully that has helped you. Do register for the June surgery if you think this is going to be useful. And if you've missed the surgery, I don't know when you're watching this video, we'll put a recording up so you can always download the recording. Anyway, I hope you found this useful, and good luck with your ifs. Give them a go. They're really good and you can do a lot with them.